Oh my god. Okay. Welcome back. In today's video, I am going to look at getting a tattoo from the worst reviewed shop in my city, 1 star. And I haven't watched it yet, but I looked at the comments and it has 1.5 million views on it from like 2 years ago. And everybody's like, man, you really dogging on this tattoo artist. And then people who are locally from his city or whatever are like, that's not the worst artist. So I'm wondering how clickbaity this title is and what this guy's trying to get out of it. Should you be throwing a guy under the bus for a tattoo and call him the worst reviewed tattoo artist in the city? So I don't know, man. That seems like a low blow. Let's see if I can give my professional opinion on how he does and how well I think he is compared to my own experience and coworkers and things I've been around from the Kansas City area. We have a lot of really talented artists. I've worked with really talented artists and I've worked with really bad artists. So it's one or the other. Let's see. I kind of like landed in the middle a little bit. I wasn't awful. Wasn't that great. But see, maybe I was better than this guy. I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe I'm a 1-star tattoo artist. I have no idea.
Video today, I will be getting a tattoo from the worst reviewed tattoo parlor in my city.
That was a nice cut right there. Maybe I need to start doing that. Back. Oh. Oh yeah, obviously I don't need to say who this is. He's got way more subscribers than me.
What's up, Nick?
I've never watched this guy. I have no idea who he is, but he's more successful than me, so I'll keep his intro in.
Back with another video. Today we are doing a highly anticipated video. Today I will be getting a tattoo from the worst reviewed tattoo parlor in my city. I told you guys that my nail salon video got...
I wonder if maybe I need more personality in my videos. Maybe that's what I'm lacking. Maybe I need like the slaps and cuts and all the extra stuff. I don't know. Is that like entertaining to you guys?
Got 15,000 thumbs up that I would do this video, and y'all nearly went 100,000 thumbs up over, which is absolutely insane. I cannot thank you guys enough. But
let's play a game.
We are about to hit 1.2 million subscribers.
That's too much effort for all that editing, dog.
We can hit one. Tattoo parlor in my city has a 2.5 star rating. I don't believe.
Why'd you put
many tattoos
1
have a
star on
1
there
star
then?
rating. With tattoos, it's really crazy because it's real sanitary. You could get actual diseases and infection, and if it was too low, I'm sure someone and something would shut this place down due to being unsanitary. 2.5 stars is pretty terrible. Okay, let's check out some of these horrible reviews. I wanted to like this place, but I really did. The business says opens at 12, and I physically waited outside until 1:30 because I heard such nice things about a guy named Guillermo. But
fun fact, tattoo artists don't show up on time. Like, we just don't. I don't know why we say we, because I showed up on time, but it was always optional on when you wanted to come in. I mean, for an apprenticeship, I had to be there on time, but I swear to God, there were times where my mentor was in the tanning bed till like 4 o'clock, and my shift started at 3, and it was the middle of summer, and I sat outside for an hour with nothing to drink or anything in the freaking boonies where nothing is available to you. Y'all show up when you feel like it. I don't feel like that's like the worst thing ever. If you're going in for a walk-in and you're not already in an appointment, you don't have something set up already, just go in like a couple hours later. Seriously.
The worst was there were individuals who could visibly see me through the door. He was just sitting outside and they were like, just staring at him. It could at least said, hey, come back later or something. Because I was interested in getting tattooed, and the guy says what time. I said I would like to come at 11. He said that's fine. So I checked the websites and see that they open at noon. I got all the way over there and the shop is closed. This guy scheduled her for 11 a.m. and the shop doesn't even open till 12. Okay. Unfortunately for me, I went in for a tattoo, a name, and they misspelled it, and it was a simple name. I think you're going to regret that tattoo.
Babby.
But if you're a tattoo artist, come on. Like, if you can't spell that well, at least Google it before you tattoo it on somebody's body. I want to give this place a 1-star. Tattoo artist Chucky did a rose on my arm, and it was not a good job. Oh, Chucky. My tattoo was effed up from Chucky and does not take his time. Hopefully we don't get this guy named Chucky, but it's going to be on my body for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but when you watch, like, Ink Masters and stuff, and you think you know what you're talking about, I'm going to tell y'all, clients don't know what they're talking about half the time, okay? And these are super vague, super just could be misinterpreted, or they just are bullshitting for one, because yeah, tattooing goes like that. Because if you get a tattoo and you initially like it when you leave, if you don't understand aftercare or over just so many different variables once you get home, your tattoo will not heal correctly.
Chucky, please don't work there anymore. I got a tattoo here and it looks terrible. It's all healed now and there's some pieces missing in color. I will never go back. What's funny is Rachel gave it a 2-star after it's a really terrible tattoo. Like, Rachel's very forgiving. She's like,
I can't give it a 1.
Okay, well, from some of those reviews, it sounds like a horror story. Now, let's give them a call and try to set up an appointment.
Okay. We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip because I don't need all the exposition of him talking. Okay.
Should I make some noises? Hey, how are you? I had called earlier. I was wanting to get like a little YouTube logo.
The other artist is about to come in about, I'm guessing maybe like 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
You guys just want to hang up?
Perfect. Thank you.
For sure.
They told me to come in right now. Is what all the reviews said too. So I guess we'll wait for the next tattoo artist.
To be fair, you're working with people who do set appointments and nobody shows up. That is some water damage. Whoa. I don't mind that. What is that?
Hopefully we don't get this guy named Chucky. Chucky, please don't work
Chucky works there.
Hold up, before we go any further, let me explain this part of the video to you because, man, this is hands down the most awkward situation of my entire life. I simply say, hey, on the reviews, there's a guy named Chucky, and he seems to be messing up everybody's tattoos. He looks up at me, I kid you not. He says, oh, I'm Chucky.
Why did you put yourself in that situation?
Started making excuses and stuff like that. Luckily, the camera started recording right after that. I wish we would have got that all on tape, man. It was the most awkward moment caught on camera. Okay, before you watch me get my tattoo, I have to tell you 2 things. Number 1, this is the next day. I woke up to an email from Chucky. He ended up finding out that I was actually a popular YouTuber. Later on in the video, you're gonna see me try to convince him that I only have 5,000 subscribers.
Alright, I don't really know how to feel about this yet. Like, this doesn't seem like a really legitimate review. This seems just like clickbaity, because you say it's 1 star and it's not. It's 2.5. He's kind of like dogging on the atmosphere and stuff, and this is just like a typical tattoo parlor to me so far. And they rent spaces. They might have like some water damage stuff going on that like the landlord hasn't repaired or something. I don't know, but inspections are very serious processes for tattoo parlors, so, you know, hopefully that's just a cosmetic thing and they don't actually have, you know, a facility of doing minor surgery with mold in it, but I don't know. But he just, I don't know. I'm not really into this. It just seems like a lot of cutting back and forth. I just want to see the tattoo. Like, he's talking and he's talking over himself and then I'm talking over it, and I don't even know how I'm going to edit this video and make it entertaining at this point because there's so much freaking talking.
And I'm just getting started. He really kindly asked me to not show his face and not show the shop. He asked me just basically to respect his shop. It's how he makes his money. I was going to show everything.
Yeah.
But he's such a great guy. I want to respect what he told me to do.
That's good.
He told me that it was okay if I showed his face, but I'm just going to blur it anyway because I don't want there to be any parts where he feels insulted. By no means am I trying to insult him. So anyway, the next part you're about to see.
But you have a platform.
He starts to explain some
You're
of the reviews,
sharing
saying
where this tattoo parlor is essentially, right?
Picture, and she didn't like it. Kind of debunking some of these Yelp reviews. Here you go.
There's some girl that was it the one with the writing? It was like some ugly writing.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah, she did that writing just like that, talking about my dad is in prison, and he sent me this writing here. So I wanted just exact, like it's safe, because I was like,
did it, right?
Because I looked at it and I'm like, do you want me to like, you know, this is from my dad and he's in prison. Like,
yeah.
I did it just like that. She left, and then I got that review. And after I was like,
exactly.
for real? Like, okay. They were telling me you should like hit her up and tell her, oh, you know what, I'll fix it or something. Like, fix it?
Yeah,
What? Like
that.
you wanted that like that, just like that. It's like
Stencil stuff. Hey man, if it works.
I'm gonna fix it. Nope.
I don't know. Is he putting on the stencil right now?
It's happening.
I mean, okay, I don't know. I guess the tattoo is small enough you don't need to stand up. I always had my clients stand up regardless. Depending on your body type, it is important if somebody stands up or not during a stencil. That's why I always have somebody stand when putting on a stencil. If you have more muscle tone in your legs and stuff like that, and it can like misshape things and everything, or just sitting down, that skin around the top of your knee stretches, it just kind of like misshapes it. So I always would have somebody stand up for a stencil. That's just a good practice to have.
What's this goes on? YouTube nonstop. Dedicated.
That's a super simple tattoo. It's just simple lining. It's very small. I don't know what he's getting put into it. He's got his stuff wrapped up. He's got gloves. If I was being filmed, I wouldn't want to show off my setup and stuff like that because there will be people like me that scrutinize it, and that's fair. At least he's... preferably you would have asked ahead of time, like, hey, maybe this is like a redemption video for you for your reputation or something like that. That would have been a good way to go about this. But him finding out that he's a YouTuber and then finding out that he's filming it for his YouTube channel, not the right way to go about this at all. Like, that's potentially damaging your career. So I don't understand why the video got made this way. Like, it's not with the best intention of the artist. The guy's saying nice stuff about him, but the way he went about it to get this video made is not right. I don't know. Oh, he's using a shader, packer, whatever. However he's setting the machine to line it. Oh, is he just packing it in black? That's actually an okay method to use to line it with the shader.
Subscribers so far?
Only like 5,000.
Yeah.
I know people who have tried it without any type of lining at all, and it's not good. So, it's a simple little dude. You don't really have to worry about, like,
You know what?
the
I was going to, but I was going to be real.
lining itself when it's completely flat packed in. Sometimes if you use a liner, that lining from the liner is actually just 99% of the time heavier than using a shader afterwards to pack it in. Especially depending on how you set up your machine or whatever you've got. There's so many variables, guys. There's a reason you want to look for the best of the best. But his method, I'm cool with it. I'm sure he's used to this. I like the process that he's using. I think it's a lot more effective than other techniques I've seen people use. He's doing fine. Oh, that's your dirty gloves, dog. Wait, what? He did the tattoo, and he's got the jelly on his hand, and now he's opening the white with his fingers on the tip of the bottle without changing gloves? Because that glove's dirty. So is that glove dirty? I don't know, but that don't look right. If that's a dirty glove, man, that's not good. Yeah, you always got to clean the tips. You got to go through all that stuff. That is a method. Yeah, okay, whenever you use white, you're going to use a liner most of the time. Would I make that white of circles? No. Also, your blood's going to push out, so it's not even going to look white after it's done, but you're going to see, like, hints of white throughout it that are consistent.
It's alright, bro. You good? Oh shit, I'll take that. Here you go.
Oh yeah, I keep seeing this new, like, tape that people are using over their tattoos. It's wild, because it, like, bubbles up, and then when you peel it off, all your blood comes off, and it's so freaking gross. Like, why do y'all do that? I mean, I guess for, like, shop purposes and, like, having a sanitary environment, that is a better method of making sure your clients don't leak on the way out.
How long you think it's keep it on for?
24 hours.
24 hours? Okay.
What?
Appreciate you, man.
I've never used those before.
Surprised my car's still here. Legs on fire.
Yeah, okay. Back what he just said, I'm surprised my car's still here. Yeah, so the Yelp review guy was like, oh, I sat outside for an hour and people were watching me through the store and didn't come in and help me. But you gotta think, man, we get weird people in shops all the time. I've had guys set up like a fifth of vodka on the counter and be like, give me a tattoo. And I'm like, bro, how did you even walk around carrying that bottle in the open? Like, no bag, no car, nothing. Just walked into the shop. Just local drunk people walking around trying to get tattoos. Like, you get weird people in shops. So if you're sitting out in the shop, we ain't gonna talk to you. You can come in. You can do something. Shops, they don't start out with tons of money and investments and stuff like that. They're like hardworking, starving artists scraping by to get a shop open. Y'all usually don't end up in good neighborhoods getting even like a really reputable shop. You don't have the best community setting around you most of the time. So that whole Yelp review bothered me, and
Let's get home and then give this thing a thorough review. Okay, guys, I am finished. Overall, it's really, really good to be considered the worst tattoo shop in my city. So after a bunch of conversations with Chucky, he ended up being a really cool guy. He said some of the reviews were they asked for certain things, and when he gave it to them, they left a bad review. It was pretty crazy. When I first went to the shop, it looked gross, it was super cold, it just didn't seem...
You always leave your tattoo shops cold because your body temperature rises when you get a tattoo. If it's too hot in the room, if it's an average temperature in the room, you will pass out. All tattoo shops are super cold. That's the way they're supposed to be. If they're not, you're at a higher risk of passing out. So.
Seemed like it was going to be a good experience. Me and him started talking. He was actually a really good guy. The final price of the tattoo was $100, which is a little high. This should have been like $70, shop minimum $60.
Yeah, but you're not a businessman, so you don't necessarily know that. Because I have friends that charge $180 an hour, and it's well deserved. So, their flat rate is their own business as a tattoo artist, how much they want to personally charge an hour. If you want to find somebody who doesn't run a shop or is new to tattooing, then you can expect to get a minimal tattoo for the base price of just setting up and supplies and stuff like that. But other than that, they can charge whatever they want to, man. $100 is not bad. And tips usually, from my experience, go from 20 to 50%. So it really just depends on your area, but $100 ain't bad for that. I would have charged that.
But whatever. Gave him $100. And then I gave him 500 pesos as a tip because I went to Mexico and I wasn't going to spend it. When I was giving him the pesos, I was like, does this seem racist? Because, he was Spanish and I was giving him pesos. Hey,
oh, he made that worse.
He can cash it in. I think I'm going to have to give this tattoo shop roughly like a 3.8. I called in. They said come in. I came in. No one was there. I had to wait an hour. It was pretty cold. Overall, a decent experience. I definitely don't think he's the worst tattoo artist in my city, and what an experience that was. The look on my face when I found out his name was Chucky. priceless.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to keep on posting bangers all 2019, so I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys want to see some behind-the-scenes footage and just stay up to date with me and get to know me on a personal level, again, follow me on Instagram at @itsnickbeans. See you then.
Oh my goodness, my kids.
Ooh, it hurts.
Yeah. It's like a super simple tattoo. I don't think that white was great. I don't know if his like procedures, like sanitation methods were exactly the way I would want them, but that might just be like the way they filmed it. Maybe he did change a glove, you know, but he still obviously has a dirty hand on that bottle and that bothers me. But other than that, it was fine. It really wasn't bad. I think that was a super clickbaity title. I think there's just a lot of misconceptions unless you're in the industry and know what to expect. And, you know, unless you're a super seasoned client, you're really not going to know all the little details of a tattoo shop, or you might think that you got gypped on something, or you might leave a bad review, but, you know, when it comes back to the shop and you know, when tattoo artists hear stuff about that, we're just like, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's usually what it is. Yeah, it really just, unless you're in the industry and you have like full sleeves and stuff like that, or you know somebody personally in the tattoo industry who's actually successful at it, you're just not going to know how it works. It is what it is. It's like, it's a trade, you know? You're going to have expectations and all these stigmas and stuff against it, but really you don't know unless you really enjoy getting tattooed. I don't know. It's fun. Definitely not a bad tattoo. I was cool with that. I really wish that, I kind of wish I didn't waste my time on that video though, because it was misleading. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, and I think he just didn't have enough content to put into it. And I mean, how many tattoos are you going to try and get to get a video that's actually worth the title it had? I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe I just don't like doing clickbaity stuff. Maybe I'd have more subscribers if I did that. I don't know. I think that's it for today, guys. I'm done. I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to go relax a little bit. If you guys have any other suggestions on YouTubers that got tattooed, or tattoos that suck, I don't know, something to do with tattoos, just let me know. I'll check it out. I ain't got nothing else going on. It's all good. I'll see you later. Bye. Situation of life.